Hello everyone, hello everybody, this is Foreman Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, and this is going to be an interesting little video. But so I have gotten myself the Chili Cheese chair. I'm so happy. Look at its glory, it goes perfectly for this character. Well, it would look a little bit better if I didn't do like the little the bobble aura. But whatever. It's still so glorious and perfect for this character. Even if it's a little for size, but yeah, just got this the other day. I am super pumped about that. Because I've been doing strike mission like every day since we got them. And I also have gotten all of the ebon shoulders, which... oh Jesus. Of course I'm stuck in my... without the hidden UI. Anyway, I have gotten the ebon shoulders, all 3 sets, mind you. So this is I'm actually making this after Halloween. I did get this from doing the racing stuff, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna ever use it. Just because it's forced green. If I could do other colors, that'd be amazing, but it's forced green. Really do wish they let us dye that. So I'm hoping in the future they will give us another kind of scarf, racing scarf of the sort, where it's maybe like a different color, because I have absolutely no use of green at this time being. And that's kind of disappointing me.
But I need to pay the bill first.
Ugh. But no, there wasn't too much new with Halloween, so I didn't really do a whole lot of recording it, but I did just go absolutely berserk at like the time trial stuff. Like I was in like the smaller digits on all of the time trial stuff, so I was quite satisfied with that. I should do that. But yeah, I did get the chili cheese. That is a lesser common drop than the shoulders, I should know. I've had like 2 of the shoulder drops. So I'm thinking the next time I get a chili cheese, I'm probably just gonna sell it. Or maybe a close friend is probably gonna get it. You know, kindness of the heart and whatnot. But let me just sort of... It goes for a pretty decent amount right now. Otherwise, the ebon shoulders, it's like they don't go for bad. I don't know if I would just like prioritize them for gold. Probably sooner than the chili cheese would be easier, I guess. But, you know. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of math.
It's a
Specifically
life for
of
me.
how many skins I have.
I'm rich, you know.
So I've determined I have 1,562 armor skins, 1,434 weapon skins, 50 outfits, 366 miniatures, 6 gathering tool skins. There's a basic and then there's the unbound magic ones, basically. 51 glider skins, and 74 mount skins. So of what's considered ordinary skin, like things that would cost transmutation charges would be a total of 2,868 skins, basically. Wow. But if we're talking about things that count in like wardrobe unlocks, nope, I don't feel like counting the dyes also. But that'd be a hopeless lot. I mean, I almost have all the dyes. Like see, things that count towards the wardrobe unlocks. So that'd be plus the outfits, plus the miniatures. And also gliders. And that would be 3,335 skins.
I'm not sure about this.
Ana, you need to step up your game of like the fashion achievements, because this is going too well for me. Give me a challenge. Look, I'm missing under 30 dies. Under
rich,
30. Like, I really do believe eventually I will catch up, and like all of them. Or at the very least, I certainly hope so, because there's a lot of these ones I actually kind of want. Like, I'm always welcoming to like dies I'm lacking, because they open new possibilities for me. I'm actually surprised that that they don't release any new uncommon or common dies. I was wondered if they would just do that. Yeah, it'd give you something else to kind of like try to collect over. But this is what I did with the ebon shoulders. My legendary weapon wielder. Which is ironic because I didn't give them any other better gear really. Like, well, I guess there is an ascended chest piece and maybe a back piece, but let's see. But really, most of the rest of this isn't much better. Some of these stats are a little all over. So also during Halloween time, I've been working on a sort of like raid build for my Renegade, as well as a full set of Ascended armor, specifically in Diviner stats, because apparently Alacrity as a build is kind of popular. Or it would be high in concentration, and basically
Speak quickly.
around the time this is done, you'd be able to do another bit of Alacrity.
My time is precious.
Now, it's not completed yet. I do still need a couple more pieces here. Let's see, mainly this. And I wanna... Oh, it has to be an infusion. Wait, is that actually better? Oh, actually it would be. I have to double check what kind of infusion is probably ideal. But it's supposed to be like power and concentration mainly. So a lot of things to kind of like look into and try out. But long term, I am hoping to get the raid armors, basically.
How do you do?
What are they called? Envoy? I think it's Envoy. But basically, I really don't have a regular foot, like, stepped in that doorway yet, so I wanted to invest in that properly. It's like, if you don't really know anyone in it, and if you aren't, like, 100% comfortable with doing all the cookie cutter stuff and doing all this research on builds and rotations, it's really not the easiest to get into. In fact, I'm pretty sure most players do not get into raids at all. If anyone gets into raids, like, enjoys them and does them often,
I'm not
it's
sure
a
about
very
this.
small handful. Like, I have a lot of patience, and I do a lot in this game and work crazy hard for all my equipment and things. I look into getting all of this, all of that, do all my achievements, look into how I can do this in some kind of easier fashion, look into doing that in some sort of more ridiculous fashion.
Come here.
And even I struggle getting into raids. So it's like,
These are
I
dangerous
do all
times.
this workhorse stuff, and ugh. Like, if I struggle with it, the average person will struggle with it. Like, I don't even doubt it. It's less than 30% of people that'll get in the raids. Like, people will probably do them enough just for the sake of, like, the mastery points. Which, that's actually kind of how I started
My
some
time
of
is
them,
precious.
but... Really. With that said, I do think it was actually wise of ANET to do strike mission. Which case it would be like more introductory to the concept of raids. Where the average person can like get more into how half the flow is. Like kind of like paying attention how much damage they do, how well
Melissa
their
aid
build
you.
is working for everyone else, making everything work fluently and trying to not die. Like, that is actually half of what you're supposed to be doing for a raid. Only there's usually, like, more mechanics to watch for. So, yeah, I can honestly say that's actually a very good addition by ANET to kind of, like, walk people into the content. But I don't think it'll work for everyone. Like, it's... Like, strike mission is actually quite easy. In fact, I actually do it every day. Really, any character as long as I feel like it. But something else to mention is there
like it
are
here.
equipment templates now. You can, if it's equipped, it
How do you
has
do
like this little linkage, little icon on your equipment icons in this little panel here. In which case it's equipped in some way or form. Then
My
there's
time is
a
precious.
build storage, but this is a build template storage. And then there's the actual build storage. And you can even
not
like
sure
name
about
them
this.
yourself, however you want to call them. Like, this is what I use for my Irakuri build. Then I have a survival Condi one. And both really do me quite well. For this character. Like, I use the survival one for like a bit of general content. It's more DPS than Rock does. So it does me a lot of good, really. And this is just gonna be like their raid side of this character.
It's safe to go on. Wanna help?
They're pushing his hate for other races, building support for something big.
Did Vanguard tell you where he was going?
He's still our Imperator. I'm not comfortable with a bunch of armed fighters chasing after him.
Well, that's a no.
He said he was holding a rally for his closest supporters. Ryland...
Can I at least assume stopping your cub is something you can both agree on?
Come on, Kree.
Let's go.
So let's talk about what I did off camera. So it's been a bit of a back and forth struggle, just trying to find a way where I can record enough of any of the events here. Like all these meta places, there's just so many entities and they're already naturally laggy. So my frame rate just goes to hell. And in turn, I just can't really get a proper recording done of them. But let's talk about their order. Now this is their various cycle. Their order is Flame Legion, after reset. Then it goes to Ash Legion, Doom Lore. Then it goes to Blood Legion, Ooze Pit. Then Iron Legion, Metal Legion, Concert. Up at the crag. So the Flame Legion one, it's this place. Now what it is you have to deliver torches from this place all the way over here, but there is a cauldron exactly right here that you have to light on the way, and that helps you bring the torches back up here to light this one. Now the reason this cauldron is important is because you have timed torches. You have to move the fire of like the torches all the way over here. And quite frankly, the lifespan of a torch itself will not actually reach from here to here without any sort of tampering. So you have 3 skills in the mechanic of it. There's the lighting skill, which is your first one. The second skill is to throw your torch down, and then no, wait, the first skill is actually to speed boost. The second skill is to throw your torch down. Third skill is to extinguish your torch. Now you can only collect the flame off of a thrown down torch if you extinguish your torch. So you're probably understanding where this is really going to be picking up as a difficult sort of like maneuver and group method, where people are going to be using up their torches so other people can keep going on. So that's the group mechanic of it. Then at the end, with the last one lit, everyone's going to be trying to working to light the effigy, and there's also going to be like devourers spawning, some of which are champions. So that's basically what the Flame Legion one is. Now there's an achievement for passing enough torches, in which case you just need enough people lighting their torch off of your thrown down one. Now the best trick I've seen for that is just throwing it down by where torches spawn and just picking up a torch and lighting off yourself. And then other people are going to be picking up their torches and be lighting off of the one you threw down before it goes away. In turn, you're getting pretty good counts from it. So yeah, that's the special secret trick to that. Otherwise you could probably dedicate a group for it. Ash Legion, you walk from this rally pavilion all the way to the Doomlore Shrine. You escort a Flame Legion shaman. There's a spot here, and a spot up here where you have to defend the shaman. There's an achievement that he doesn't die on the escort. Then you have to fight a bunch of ghosts, the steward and the ghost necromancer. Then that's basically it for that place, although there's an achievement besides the escort one to not get hit by the wells. They're easy to avoid as long as you keep your distance from basically all enemies. You should definitely be fine. But Blood Legion Ooze Pit, you go in, you basically kill a lot of oozes. From left to right, it's Blood Legion, Iron, and then Ash in terms of entrances. And catching the starting phase of that is how you work toward the achievement for repping all of them. Then there's an achievement to not get blown up by any oozes, in which case you want to like keep your distance from most of them and use like range, and also maybe like stand on these middle bits. Then there's an achievement for not allowing any subdivisions. You would just have to kill all of the elites in the last phase fast enough. So once it's going, you just don't want to abandon your spots, and make sure you're ready to collect your color again as it's spawning back. So once all three die, they spawn back immediately, and you lose your color buff for damaging it. So you have to get the color buff back and kill it again. And that's basically all there is to that one. Now, the most eventful of all of them, the most busiest, the most achievement filled of them, the concert. The concert is crazy. I should actually just go up there for you, just to kind of like describe it a little better. You know, I mean, my mount would load in and I probably don't get stuck on anything. Now just you wait yourself, game. I'm doing this specifically because there's no one here.
There's no better feeling than rocking out with the Char brothers and sisters epic.
So this is a concert stage. There's already the drum set. Now, you probably don't really see any microphones, but one of the Char does carry a mic. Voice of Metal, I think it's called. Anyway, it's a Char metal band. And this is actually quite a fun event. Now there's little events for doing a little of everything. The achievement for working on getting the t-shirts is to literally do all of them successfully once. Like literally have participation credit. Like a proper participation credit in all of the events. Now to, let's see, there are 2 secret achievements here. The first secret achievement, stealing the limelight. You play a band. Oh, that's not. You play an instrument while the band is up. Now, any instrument will do. It can be those cheap things you buy off trading post, doesn't matter. As long as it's an instrument and you play it on stage while they're playing. You get literally thrown off, and you should get the achievement if you don't already. Then the second hidden achievement, there is a tank that's normally right here during the concert. During the third song, it gets flung off here and down into the water, specifically on top of this tank. In fact, this is your hint as to where to be for it, the achievement. You want to be right on top of this during like the last the start of the last 2 minutes of the third song. In which case, the tank should be coming and be like flung right on top of you. Should absolutely demolish you. Unless for some reason a miracle saves your life. I do kind of want this chest just because I've seen it. Even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually give me anything good.
That looks valuable.
I do at least appreciate the volatile magic. But that's about it for the secret achievements. Or at least the ones that matter. But if you do all of the... do like enough of it. Actually, you don't even need to do that for this bit I was about to say. But if you get, what was it, 500 of the map currency, and I think it's like a few gold or something. Or actually, what is it? I forget. Well, either way, I'm going that way, so let's go this way. But there's a title you can get, Festive VIP. It costs just a ton of the chilies and something else. I can't think what it is. If it's actually a gold or what. But I wasn't waiting to get that.
Disappointed.
show you what it is that gives it its thing. So 2.5k volatile magic, 35,000 karma, and 500 hatched chilies. Now I did already buy this, and it does give like a secret achievement that gives you the title Festive VIP. But at the moment I'm kind of like saving up my chilies for these. You know, unless I feel like making some of this food, but the food really isn't too great. Most of it gives concentration expertise. Almost said condition damage, but no. It's just concentration and expertise, which really I don't really know what kind of builds would work with that. But these spicy moa wings mess up your character's stomach, so occasionally they do like a little like throw up vomit animation, and you hear like a sizzle. So yeah, that's all interesting. So let's discuss what we missed in the story off camera. Now this is purely because I had lots of recording struggles that it happened off camera.
I'm ready to get out of here.
But Bram got super drunk, just absolutely demolished, lost his bow. We helped him out. Then we heard like conspiracy stuff going on, like actual conspiracy happenings, not just like theories in the game, where supposedly separatists or just some other sort of char are like trying to like test cub loyalty and doing some really shady stuff. And so we try to like look into that, and then we learn that's they're like going after our Azura friend, which they last we seen the Azura, they were over here. But they ended up inside the building, the keep instead, in the war room, and you learn that they followed Ryland's steel catcher. I had to think of his other name. Ryland's steel catcher. And so that's kind of where the NPCs went with
Commander,
this.
we're looking for volunteers to scout the pass.
So let's wrap this bit of story up, I guess.
Serious storm blowing in. They don't usually come
By
down this
now,
far
this
from the
is
mountains.
most definitely the
Cold's only going to
fairest
slow us down.
point for, you know, like, spoilers being more acceptable to this part of story. It's like, if you haven't played it already,
Any idea where
that's,
Vanguard might be headed?
that's
This
possibly
path
your
just leads
fault,
up into
assuming
the
you
Shiver
don't
Peaks.
own
Vigil supply route.
unless you, like, don't own Path of
Now
Fire.
you know how it feels.
Like, if you own Path of Fire,
What?
you should have been
Getting
able to
cut
do
out,
this.
axed from a circle of trust, just like that. What did you do? What did you say? Most loyal
I don't know.
supporters, my ass. Most suicidal, more like.
Not just Blood Legion either. Warbands from Ash, Iron, Flame.
Always had charisma. I'll give him that.
Oh, I should also mention something. The actual char of interest is Ruinbringer. With a name like Ruinbringer, who else would it have been? Because you know, char causing troubles. Can't say I've seen that one before. But Ruinbringer is behind the Separatists, and Ryland is part of his influence.
That doesn't sound good.
Look out!
Everyone okay?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's been the weight of all that snow.
I get it.
Keep moving.
So this is where the cave for the strike mission starts. Okay. I didn't really do that math until
Are
now.
those elementals trapped in the ice?
They used to come down from the mountains sometimes, when we were still in the Farah.
But during
remember.
strike mission, you're
Just
jumping
like
up
old
this stuff
times.
rather than going that way.
Coals are still warm. Vanguard's followers must have staged
So I've
here
never
before
actually
heading
paid
further up.
attention to when they change
Jory,
this.
can you hear me? We're heading up the canyon. How far are you behind us?
Like, I don't know if it changes during this mission or what.
Interference from the storm.
We should get this fire going. Signal our location to the others.
I'll do it, but be ready. I can feel the elementals. They've already started to thaw.
You can feel them? That's weird. They're all the way over there. Yeah, look at him. He's just like in the wall.
Form up!
There's like the tinies also.
Strong.
Honestly, the story structuring and setup for a lot of this is actually quite enjoyable for this episode. The achievements for this fight are actually pretty easy. Or at least I should say one is very easy. Actually... Oh wait, I'm thinking of a strike mission. There's an achievement in the strike mission where it did not go down, I think. Otherwise, in this one, there's an achievement to not get hit by the projectiles by the end enemy, which are those little ice balls that come rolling around.
Vanguard.
We're getting close.
But the trick is to just hug the last enemy.
To see the truth of where we stand today. The hell was that?
Sounded like Iron Legion explosives. Come on.
We've been held down too long. Declared, defined, made weak. What do my fellow imperators do?
This is like the route for the strike mission, actually. Up above me. But yeah, I would normally be able to climb back up this way and just like jump across all this stuff in this strike mission.
Who can we count on to put our people first? Only us. Only John.
Who dare try to haunt me?
For a new day. To raise up our kind.
By my
There's a
intention.
whole world out there that wants to keep us down. And you know what they have on their side? An elder dragon. There's Ryland.
And Brand's bow.
Yeah, that should explain
I know
this is
this
going.
much. Let him hold the upper hand. Sooner or later, they'll play it. You willing to let that happen? You want someone else to dictate our future? Then it's time to even the odds. Let's go get ourselves a dragon!
What, with like 60 char? I'm not impressed. I'll fight all of you.
He can't hear. They blew the bridge.
Can't lose them.
Wait, I feel...
Behind us. Elemental?
That's not
Who
construct.
cares? We gotta go after Ryland and Vanguard.
I will
If
fight
that
you.
thing gets down to the keep and the Farrar...
Yeah, if you just hug him, and if you can survive well, this is a very easy fight. I think you can jump over that attack to a degree. Wait, what? Oh. I just read the red text and it's like skill recharging and I just sort of like misread it. Or like misinterpreted it. I thought it was something else. No. Too far back. It's kind of taking Yeah, just like stay close to him. These little ice ball projectiles will not hit you at all. Super easy, super simple. And in this mode, he doesn't have any knockbacks. So there's really pretty minimal risk. Right, I meant to use this. Yeah, pretty easy, pretty simple fight. If you're like pretty built on sustain. Go ahead. You just sort of take your time at this bit. And after he's dead, you pretty much want to start running.
Have to keep going. Got to catch
Go on
up.
them turrets.
Stop them.
The cold's getting worse. We need to get out of here. Armored up.
This way.
Commander,
Yeah, you
we
have
found
to
your
go
signal
down
fire.
this way really fast
Vanguard?
for the achievements.
follow
I've
us
already
deeper
done it
in the
before, so
sugar
it doesn't show
beets.
up on my thing.
With
But I think it's
your
like within
bow.
20 seconds.
What?
So it's best to do it with
No.
like
Ryland tricked me?
someone who can
He's not
like
himself.
shadow step
He's being
or like
played,
blink.
just like the rest of them.
He
So
said he was going after a
personally, I
dragon.
did it with a
We need to
thief.
find Aurene. Warn her.
Not Aurene.
You gotta be kidding me. He thinks he can...
Even the odds.
So
Vanguard
Brand's bow.
wants his own Elder Dragon.
That's a suicide mission. Knew he was up to something. Never thought he'd use the party to poach our
The
soldiers.
bow was
though.
ideal for
Renegades have been
Jornak.
working that angle for a while. On Vanguard's orders, apparently.
I should have seen it. He just needed all the legions in the same place at the same time. Ephraim.
No one's blaming you. If he's really going after Jornak,
As soon as we find a way through the storm, we'll pick up the trail. And if Vanguard can't be reasoned with, maybe Ryland can.
Ryland.
We'll get him back, Gridlock. I promise.
Nice gear.
yes, we all know. for a moment of greed. Go, go, go. Vitality healing condition. I don't know if I like that or not. Or at the very least, I don't really know a build immediately that fits that category, but I can probably look into something. There was actually a character I was trying to come up with something for to be a little more different. Specifically, like, I wanted to try like a soul beast thing that uses daggers, but also I want to see how useful it could actually be in some sort of case scenario. Which I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, but I'm gonna have to see how long this video is gonna be before I go trying to do anything else. I just had a moment where you realize a character is doing emotes at you. Like, no. I did it in my chat, what else they were kind of doing. I seen yes, I seen talking. Yes. Pretty sure that's talk. Or maybe that's something new. I didn't really see anything else that looks like that. Is anyone else doing? Wait. I think that's Ponder. Yeah, that's definitely Ponder. What are you doing? Cross arms? It's definitely cross arms. How about you? Talk. No. Talk. It's like I'm deaf and missing an entire conversation. Wait, what? Am I reading this right? I'm still curious. Well, actually, I do kind of have an idea where this is gonna go. He's gonna take over blood, probably. Or it's probably gonna become hers. Again. Like the storyline. He did mention that she was started by a flame legion. In which case, we're talking about like feeling like the ice elementals. It's probably gonna be like she has some amount of power and we just never really seen it. Armor. What kind of armor would that be? Light? It has to be light, I'm sure. Maybe an elementalist. Would magic hold up well? I have no idea. But Imperator is either going to be Ritlock. I'm sorry, not Imperator. Conor would definitely either be Ritlock or Smolder. Smolder is cool, so I personally would vouch for him. Also, he complimented my cat, Matt. My Warclaw. He's got style. So it actually did kind of point out that she's supposed to be next in command. I was not paying attention to that before. Okay then. Putting a bit of thought into it, I realize it's probably best that if I'm to do any video content of Strike Mission, I should probably do it more like by itself. That way I can spend as much time as I want to kind of like go over it and explain it. Anyway, I see is probably the most necessary. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm for Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, and you have yourselves a great day. Bye bye, and rock out.